Hi love bugs! Today I wanted to do a Q&A since it's been a little while since I did one. I think my last one was this summer and I had I don't even know, maybe like a fourth of the subscribers that I do now. So this is a great way for, I know, those of you who maybe don't know too much about me to get to know me, and also a good way for me to get to know you, because I would love if you could answer your favorite Q&A question in the comments down below. Clearly, if they're asking something about my dog, you can't really answer that, but answer whatever you feel comfortable answering. I would love to know a little bit more about you guys. So I asked on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr what you guys wanted to see me answer. Abby Love 12334, who's the sweetest in the world, hi Abby, wants to know my favorite memory. Gosh, my favorite memory ever. I can't really say that I have a favorite memory, but right now I've been thinking a lot about my friend Jake. Veterans Day really recently passed. And my friend Jake passed away while he was serving, and I've been thinking a lot recently about this one really random time that we had this class together, and we decided we were going to make each other Facebook fan pages. I was 16 and Jake would have been 17. So we decided to make fan pages for each other. So we each ran them, and I found the pages really recently, and I was laughing so hard at the things that we wrote about each other. We were really freaking sweet, and it made me cry and it made me happy. So right now that's one of my favorite memories. And I probably will have to also say that my other favorite memory is when my husband proposed to me. So yeah. Raheem Davis, who is Raheem Brent D on Twitter, asked several questions, it looks like. But we will choose, how long is your husband staying in the Army? Because I think there were a few like this. My husband and I really aren't sure. But if he re-enlists in 2017, then he will be so close to putting in his full 20, he'll be halfway there, that at that point he wants to stay in his whole life. So I'm not quite sure yet. I think that as we move forward, I'll definitely let you guys know, but right now, not 100%. My answers are so long-winded. This is going to be the longest Q&A of life. On Instagram, my friend Heather, who is MadProps12, asked me favorite book and character. It doesn't have to be the same book. I've said a billion million times, Harry Potter, the entire series is my favorite. I think my favorite book was Goblet of Fire, although it kind of changes with time. My favorite character from the Harry Potter series is Fred Weasley. Judge me. But I would say, just so we're not sticking only to Harry Potter, because I feel I've answered this question before and it probably gets kind of boring to hear the same answer. Another of my favorite characters would be Serena van der Woodsen from Gossip Girl. She's kind of up there in the all-time favorites. I also have a thing for Mr. Darcy, and those are pretty much my favorite characters from books. Let's see. What color do you think you will dye your hair next? And this is from LoeyLane225. I think I'll probably go all over red. I really want to, I know a lot of people are do the full red now, but I really want to keep this for a little bit longer. The red is holding so much better this time than it did the last time I dyed my hair, so I think I'm going to keep it like this. Can't decide a user, that's so cute, asked, where do you buy your clothes? Right now, kind of wherever I find them. I do a lot of Wet Seal Plus shopping, as you will already know. I love Wet Seal Plus. It's an amazing brand. I love everything about it. Everything fits just perfectly. I also quite like American Eagle. I also like Forever 21. I like Nordstrom a lot. So yeah, those are pretty much the places. I'm on that weird verge of plus size, but I can also fit into a large and Hollister or American Eagle, or the small through large sizing range at Forever 21. So I have it really, I guess, I'm lucky because I can kind of choose where I want to shop. Nameless Lena asks, who is your role model? By the way, you are mine, love you. I love you, that's so sweet, oh my gosh. My role model, oh goodness. It's gonna sound cheesy as anything, and I swear to God you guys are gonna laugh at me, but I think my role model is my husband. He works harder than any human being I've ever known in my entire life, and on top of that, he's one of the nicest people I know, but he's really hardworking, and at the end of the day, he's the one who always kind of inspires me to keep doing what I'm doing, and also just to be a better person, because he's incredible. And I swear, I know that's cheesy, I'm not gonna cry, but I'm just very fortunate to know him, and he's definitely one of my major role models. Awa15, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, asks, what is your ultimate hack for life? My ultimate hack for life is be a nice person and nice things will come to you. Work hard, do nice things, be nice to other people. Do no evil, but take no shit. That is it. Do no evil, take no shit. That is my hack for life. You can quote me. Ariel Sativa asked, did you ever go to college? I did. I also spent a semester out here kind of just taking like, I think 3 classes. When you are a military spouse or a dependent, I suppose, you can do something called the CLEP program. I know that this is not just like a military only thing, but it is free to people like me. Basically, like every 3rd Sunday on post, they have little tests. Well, not little, they have tests. And if you go and you pass the test on a certain course, you get college credit. So I'm doing like one of those a month right now. I'm having a hard time because I basically, like, I'm 21. I've run out of like core classes. I don't know if all of you would know this, but in Georgia, you get something called the Hope Scholarship. And that is where if you have a 3.2 or above grade point average, you get a 90% scholarship to the school that you're going to. I was going to a really small school, so I was basically paying nothing out of pocket. I had some smaller scholarships that almost completely covered everything else. So I was good at school, I enjoyed school, but I don't really know what I want to do. I was pre-med, and as I got into the actual courses, not for pre-med, but more into the science courses and stuff, I was just kind of realizing I wasn't as passionate about it as I thought. And I really don't want to spend like half of my life going to school for something that I'm not going to enjoy. So yeah, and I also had a rough semester, and like I think that happens. My parents were getting a divorce, so I'm not quite sure. I'm basically out of core classes to take. I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do, and that's why I'm still kind of taking tests on the CLEP program right now because it's free and because I can. But I don't know what I want to do, so I haven't gone back to college completely yet. Cass Jewel asked, are you planning on having babies? And if you do, what would you name them, boy or girl? So, oh my gosh, I swear like 50 people asked this. When am I having babies? I don't know when I'm having babies. I get really crazy sometimes, and I get baby fever so bad that I like will literally just sit there and sob. I really want to get my degree under my belt first. It kind of goes back into the college thing. I don't think I'll be doing YouTube for the rest of my life as my job. I will keep doing YouTube videos as long as it's fun, but I also know that this isn't really a viable career path, and I can't rely on it, if that makes any sense. And I hope that isn't too depressing. But I want to know what I'm doing with my life before I bring a child into the mix. And I also kind of want to figure out what we're doing with Tyler's basically military career. Oh, I love this. Fumara, what do you think about some girls criticizing you for hanging out with guys other than your husband? I've seen it happen on a few of your pictures. I was not expecting this to be asked, but I'm so happy you asked it. I cannot believe that people actually think because I'm hanging out with a male that it suddenly means that I'm like cheating on my husband. If you don't know, or if you don't follow me on like Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I was hanging out with my friend Erin. So when my friend Erin moved in, I was really like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to introduce him to you guys, but I also feel like if that kind of information was like pulled from somewhere else and you had to find out about it like that way, it wouldn't be that good either, and it might seem kind of dodgy on my end to not tell you I have a roommate. I realize I didn't have to say anything, but I also feel like I really want you guys to know about my personal life on not just a, I don't know, fashion and beauty level. So when I introduced him, I was very excited for you all to meet him, and I couldn't believe the response that I got. So that hasn't happened just now either. Like when I hang out with my friend Sean, I get really, really, really snide comments. He's one of my best friends. I've known him since I was like 14. I get snide comments all the time like, wow, you hang out with so many guys. And I roll my eyes at it, but it's really annoying, especially when I have people from my personal life following me on Facebook and Erin goes through and reads those comments and suddenly feels like maybe I shouldn't be taking selfies with him when we hang out like I would be taking with any other friend. And I think it's really, really, really rude. I think it's annoying, I think it's rude, but I also think that in some way I'm bringing any sort of criticism upon myself because I'm sharing that aspect of life. Some people are so small-minded that they genuinely don't think that a boy and a girl can hang out and just be friends. I'm 21 years old. I don't really see how this is an issue. Whatever, though, I'll continue to post them because a lot of my friends are guys, and that's pretty much that. So I think it's annoying and I really appreciate you asking. I thought it was a nice thing to ask, so thank you. It's nice to be able to get that out there. Dilma Aris asked, would you rather use hot sauce as eye drops or sandpaper as toilet paper? Definitely. Oh, and she said love you, by the way. I love you, and definitely sandpaper as toilet paper because I have a phobia of anything going into my eyes. I wore circle lenses for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and I spent 2 hours putting them in my eyes. Bible, not joking. So yes, definitely sandpaper as toilet paper. Misa Joy 16 asked, how did you deal with high school drama and drama now? With high school drama, I got very wrapped up in it, and I'm the type of person where when I was teased and stuff in high school, and when people I guess brought drama into my life, I always assumed it was my fault. And sometimes it genuinely was. I wasn't always a great friend. I talked about people behind their backs. Like, keeping it real, that's, you know, I was 16 once. And so I would say drama back then, I always blamed myself, and I was always the one to apologize because I never wanted it to be like a main part of my life. I stressed about it. I got anxiety about it. I freaked out all the time. And then like my senior year of high school, I made some of the best friends I've ever made in my entire life. And I don't even know how to explain it. I just kind of chilled, and any drama that came in wasn't worth it. I'm a grown woman. I'm still a baby. I'm only 21. I know nothing about the world and I know nothing about life. But I'm much more mature than perhaps I was in high school, and YouTube has given me a pretty thick skin in a lot of aspects of people being rude, but any sort of dramatics now I eliminate. I don't deal with it. And I would say like that's my best advice to anyone who's going through it. Eliminate it. Don't deal with it. It is not worth your time. And never ever like sit there and blame yourself unless you're the one saying the mean things or you're the one wanting the dramatics. Then I would say just ignore it and move on with your life because ain't worth your time. Mads XXO asks, how does it feel that all the love bugs have grown so fast? P.S. I love you so much and you make my day so much better. I love you. You're the sweetest person in the entire universe. I think it's really weird, but it's also extremely cool. With the viral video, I mean, we were gaining like 2,000, 3,000 subscribers a day for a little while, which was crazy. You know, I was really surprised to see the growth, but I'm also really happy. And you know, it sounds kind of like how do I explain it? Like very self-appreciating, but I guess I'm surprised it happened so fast, but I'm not surprised that it happened because I do put a lot of work into this channel, and because those of you who do watch are so kind and supportive, and I know that anyone who is watching actually enjoys. So I don't know if it's like a direct correlation of you guys really sharing it or kind of half and half of like you sharing it, me working hard, and you know, everything in between. So I'm really happy about it. It also makes me nervous because I can't reply to all the comments anymore, and that's weird, and that makes me sad sometimes. There's also a lot of hate that comes with it and a lot of stupid, but I just think it's really cool that I'm reaching as many people as I am right now with a message that's so much bigger than me, you know? So I'm happy, I'm excited, I'm happy to have you guys here. But I have a lot of feelings, a lot of mixed feelings. I can't unlock my phone apparently. Oh, this is cute. Destiny with 3 is in the E. Toms159 asks, where did you get Maka and what made you decide to get her? By the way, my dog's name is Maka. It's M-A-K-A. Some of you think it's like Mocha whenever I post pictures of her, just because I don't think a lot of you have heard the name Maka before. It was a character from an anime I was watching at the time and loved a lot, and it was called Soul Eater, and I still love it. So I really actually quite like the name, and that was what Maka was named after. So Maka I got from a friend of mine who had husky puppies, and I saw her online, and I've never experienced anything like it. And it was the weirdest feeling in the entire world. I saw a picture of her and I said, Tyler, like, I want this dog. And he was like, okay, so you want one of the husky puppies? And I said, no, I want this dog. I had never, ever, ever, ever felt anything quite like it. I know it probably sounds kind of cheesy, but she looked like a little polar bear. She was a pure white when she was a puppy, and she had one brown eye, one blue eye. And I just fell in love, and I contacted my friend and I was like, listen, I know you're in Georgia. I will be there in like a month. Do you think like I could get this puppy from you? And he was like, oh yeah, you know, it's cool. So we wound up coming to Georgia, and I picked her up, and I sobbed the first day that I got her. I've never had a puppy in my life. We've had several dogs, but I've never had a puppy. Like, our youngest was 2 years growing up. So it was insane. And I knew the second that I got her, she just had the most incredible, incredible soul. She's like my child. I love her so much. She goes everywhere with me. We spend all day, every day together. She's the most patient, loving creature in the entire world. Hey, do you want to show them how big you are? Come here. Hi, hi. Normally when I'm filming, she's sitting at my feet, but today she was outside because she is creating a fuss. I can barely pick her up like a baby anymore. You look beautiful. So she'll be a year in January. Thank you. Yeah, she's pretty much the best part of my whole life. Some people don't like it when other people say like dogs are like their children, but I've never had a child, so she's about the closest thing I have to a dog, or to a baby, and I've raised her since she was a wee tot. Thank you. Very sweet kisses. Thank you. Okay, you can get down. She's like, no, I'm good. You can't stay like this. That's gonna be it for today's Q&A, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not already. Maybe we can start doing these a bit more frequently. Let me know if you would like it. And yeah, thank you for watching, my love bugs. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.